Hey Aussie gamers, Lucas Aurelius here for Lucas's Last 48, and today I've got two topics that I'd like to talk about, and with these short videos I'm going to try and get through them quite quickly. The first one I want to mention has got to do with DRM. If you don't know what DRM is, it stands for Digital Rights Management. Now a lot of games have these things. The Xbox One was slammed for having pretty heavy DRM when it first came out, and that was quickly reversed. Basically what it is it stops pirating. Well, it's an attempt to stop pirating, so to stop software from being made or copied or what have you. I've never actually heard it used anywhere other than with software, whether it will be computer software or video games or anything like that. What I've got today, apparently Hewlett-Packard has put DRM into their printers. So if you've got yourself, what's the name of it? It's an OfficeJet Pro or an OfficeJet Pro X printer. There was actually DRM put into the printer which stopped you from using aftermarket inks. Now, there was massive outcry over the last 48 hours over this, and it's actually turned quite well for the consumers due to this outcry. Hewlett-Packard has put out an announcement saying that within the next 2 weeks they will remove the DRM from their printer, allowing people to use the ink cartridges that they have that aren't genuine HP products. But it just makes me think, is that too far? Stopping people from using different ink cartridges? I don't know. I mean, it's their business. I guess they can do what they want. I believe that they probably will implement this again in a different fashion with future models of their printers, but this one sort of hurt them and shows that people aren't very happy with DRM at the best of times. Now, the second topic that I want to talk about is Netflix. There are a lot of talks, and it's reared its head again in the last 48 hours, that Netflix is looking at implementing an offline mode. That's sick. I like the idea of this offline mode thing. Now, what that means is you'll be able to go online with Netflix and download the TV shows or movies that you want to watch to then play later on where you might not have a internet connection, or where you might be just on 3G, 4G, and you don't want to use your limited data. Maybe you're going for an airplane flight where you can't use data or anything like that, so you can download it. Now, there's a little bit of a sour point here. The suggestion is that should this be implemented by Netflix, then it may only be for the Netflix original content. So movies like The Ridiculous Six and TV shows like House of Cards will be the only ones that are available in this offline mode. I hope that's not true, but those are the suggestions that are coming through the media on how that offline mode would work. Now, I don't know how they would get around people just not going offline for a long time, even after their subscription ends. Maybe when you go offline, it will set a timer, and that timer will lapse when your subscription runs out. And then should you want to use offline mode again, you'll then have to jump back online just to confirm that you still have an active subscription or something like that. So those were the two very interesting things that I've seen in the last 48 that I wanted to share. Stupid DRM in printers, and maybe an offline mode coming to Netflix. Give me your thoughts on DRM and whether it should make the leap into these things, printers and things like that, and whether it's fair, or if it's something that the companies have the right to do, which they probably do, but it's not going to make their customers happy. And I guess if you don't have happy customers, then you're not going to have customers. Also, let me know what you think about Netflix and their offline mode, if that's something you think you would use, and if you think it's a good idea, and whether you are bothered by the fact that it might only be Netflix originals that is available in that offline mode. But yeah, anyway, that's all I've got for today. We'll catch you in a couple of days in the next 48. Thank you very much. I'm Lucas Aurelius. Until next time, see ya.